So we have young Coda here on another walk and train session, learning about the world, sniffing, smelling, being a dog. So I want to do another video on Coda, or not Coda, puppies. Talk to you guys about realistic expectations. I'm often talking about it, and lately I've trained a few people that have, like, I'm talking 18-week-old dogs, and they don't want them to never jump and never nip and never do this and never do that. Look, I was just telling the owner of Coda, saying, no matter how good a dog trainer you are, how good your dog is, this is a juvenile, this is a little kid. In our world, this is a kid. You cannot expect too much of them. Everything you do with your dog at this age, it is going in. That doesn't mean they're going to not play up and they're not going to do the wrong thing. Sometimes it makes it feel like it's not worth doing because the dog's just not getting anything and not learning. It's a bit like when you have a young child. They're 1 year old, they're 2 year old, and you think they're not learning, but you still keep teaching them manners, say please and thank you, because you know when they get older, all those lessons actually come out. So it's the same thing. You're imprinting your child and you're imprinting this child. This little guy has a problem leaving home, so I have to work extra hard to get him to walk with me. I can't just drag him because that's going to make it a negative sort of thing. Coda, let's go, buddy. Good boy. Yes, there we go. So I've got to work hard. Good boy. Good boy. And you hear that voice, make him want to do it. Good boy. Come, Coda. He'll get better. Remember, he is not acting out of spite. Dogs don't do that. Humans do that. Puppies are puppies. He's learning. What's this all about? What have I got to do? So be really patient. I can't stress it enough. People expect too much of their young pups. At his age, he's out socializing. He's learning social manners, how to be nice to other dogs, how not to be too rough, get corrected by other dogs, all the good things, and learn about the world. Yes, we do the sits and stays and all that sort of stuff, but we need to be patient. But let's check out some of his little commands and see how young Coda's going right now. So let's do a recall with Coda. Good boy. Wait for the car to go by. Before I go, yes, I'm using food, of course, with puppies. It's a good tool. It's a good targeting tool. So show him, stay. Stay, good boy. As I walk off, positive reinforcement. Good boy, stay. Now, I've done a lot of approximations with Coda, so I'm not going too far. Remember, approximations are, every exercise has an end goal. The end goal may be amount of meters or time. This one is going to be meters. And I'm going to try, stay. Good boy, stay. Good boy, stay. Remember, he doesn't come to his name. Coda, stay. That's to get his attention. Coda, stay. We say name, we pause, we call. Coda, come. Good boy. Come. Keep talking. Come. Come on, buddy. Keep him interested. Come on, buddy. It's a long way. It's a long way, all the way, buddy. And sit. Come on, quick. Good boy. He got a bit distracted by his bushes at the end. Do I reprimand him? No way. This young puppy just ran about 30 meters to me. It was amazing. Good boy. You've got to make recalls when a dog comes to you the best thing in the world. Now, a point on recalls. You can never punish your dog for coming to you. No matter what it's done over there, I'm often saying this, if you punish it when it comes towards you, it just associates that punishment with coming to you. It doesn't know that 20 meters back it dug a hole or it didn't come quick enough to you, whatever. This dog, any dog, has to realize, Coda, let's go, buddy. Come on. You can't walk backwards. Come, buddy. Come. Coda, watch the lead. Come. Come on, quick. Come on, buddy. Good boy. Stubborn little guy. Come on, bud. Let's go. Quick. Across the road. It's hot. Yeah, you can never make it associate coming to you with a negative thing. It's very, very important. This guy, good boy, really hates leaving home, but he's very young. Good boy, come. Let's go, bud. Yeah, good boy. So I've got to work hard for him, like I showed before, and I'm okay with that. So remember, do not expect too much of your dog. Be patient of your puppy. Don't train for too long with your puppy. Keep it short. Even though I'm going for a 50-minute walk with this young guy, I'll stop during the walk. I'll give him a rest. I don't just walk and do obedience for 50 minutes. I give him plenty of rest during that time. So remember, when training your puppy, you'll use food maybe at the start as a reward for every command that he does. So let's use example here. You've done, let's say I do a sit, I do a down, I do a stay and a recall. Initially, he might have got food for every part of that sequence. But now I'm going to do it at the end. Coda, what's this? What's this? Hey, Coda, leave it. leave it, get his attention. What's this? Good boy. Okay, sit. Good boy. Down. Stay. So we smelt the food. Stay. Boy, stay. Remember, when I do a recall, I give him something to chase. Stay. That is me. Stay. Wait for all these cars. I don't want him free running while there's cars. Good boy, stay. Stay. Okay, so now we're safe. Your name, Coda, stay. Coda, come. Come. Yes. Come. Coda. Come. Here. Quick. Gotta work. Come. And then I'm gonna go down. Oh, and there's the food. So that was a sit, a down, a stay, a recall, a sit, and a down, and food at the very end. So that's like fading the food away. Instead of every time, he gets it at the end of the sequence. And then sometimes he doesn't get it at the sequence. And that's what they need. Trucks going by, cars going by, getting used to the world. So there's nothing wrong with using food at all, but I just believe that eventually it should be, it doesn't have to be faded away completely, but given less. And it keeps them working harder. If they know they get it for every single exercise, it can actually not encourage them to work harder because they get it every time. But if you're given it as a variable reward schedule, say you do 5 down stays and you give it once out of the 5, or on the 5th one, and sometimes on the 2nd one, you mix up when they get it. So they just keep guessing then, especially when and this will come after they've learned the routine. Once they've learned the sequences or learned the movements, that's when you start mixing up. At the start with a young puppy, yeah, you can give food every single time, trying to get them really enjoying their training, so they're looking forward to it. But I am a believer that as a dog ages and gets more mature, we're looking to really fade the food away. In my opinion, nearly completely. You don't need it all the time. You might use it for recalls, but a dog in the end, if it's taught well enough, should want to work for you anyway and enjoy it. If you've trained your dog right, they want to work for you. If you haven't demanded of them, you've probably done something wrong with your training. Like when you put your lead on and your dog's like, I don't want to go anywhere, not because of him, he's just a puppy, being a puppy, but an older dog, and they get what we call equipment association. So negative association with the equipment probably means, or definitely means, you're doing something wrong with your training, because your dog puts that equipment on and then has memories or associates memories with training last time. You want your dog to see the lead when you pick it up and get excited and go, yes, we're going out for a walk or we're going for training, things like that. So remember to try that with your reward system, mix it up. It's just a little short video to show you where we're up to with Coda, but it's not really about Coda. This is about puppy training, to give you guys some tips about being fair, being realistic, and letting your puppy be a puppy. When you come on a walk, find a grass area. I like a long lead because it gives me the ability to let him go, give him some freedom, but have the security that I can catch him if I need to. Give him the freedom. I want him to make choices. Yes, good boy. I want him to make choices to follow me, not have to be dragged around. Coda, the lead behind him's freaking him out. Good boy. And I'm even going to reward that. Here, buddy, just for following me, I'm going to give him a piece of food. If he realises that staying near me is a really positive thing, it's definitely going to help you when you're on the beach and in the park. Okay, now's a good time to practice a recall. But remember, I don't call him until I got his attention. He busted me. I actually want him to get a bit distracted. So I'm going to ignore him for a second. Just walk. And just keep following. He's been too good. Buddy, I have to reward you for that. It's just such good behaviour. And why is he doing it? Here we go. Oh, because he knows being near me, nothing but positive things are going to happen. Here we go. Oh, he got a little distracted. Damn. Here we go. Okay, now I'll try. Coda! Coda! Coda, come! Good boy! Good dog! And sit. Good sit. Let's do it down. Good. And there's the food. Good boy! You're the best puppy, free. If you watch that carefully, I didn't call him until what? Until I had his attention. He was sniffing the grass. I said his name 3 times. You can repeat his name, because his name is to get his attention. His name is not to make him come. His name is to go, oi, look at me. So I went, Coda, Coda, Coda. Then he looked Then I went come. Otherwise, if I say the word come, it takes the power away from the word. I did this the other day. If you are going to repeat the word come, it takes the power away. I only say it once to him. If he doesn't, I'm then going to pick up the lead and director, and we're going to go and get him or whatever it is. So his name, I'll do another one here now. Coda, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. That's so rewardable. Now, I actually didn't hit play on the video quick enough. He was over there. You saw him at the air part where he was sniffing the grass. I said his name once, he looked straight up. It was really good. I'm going to try and get one more for you guys because recall is such an important exercise. And let your dogs play tug of war. Let them be a dog. This is what gets rid of the behavior at home of him chewing other things. He needs to satisfy his desire. I told you guys before, if he picks up a stick, I'm going to pull it too hard, I'll hurt his little teeth. But I'm going to let him be a little pup. Let him get this drive out. This is not going to make your dog more aggressive. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to make my dog scary and aggressive. No, it's not. This is a dog playing a game with me. What's this, buddy? Yes, oh, good boy. And remember, if your dog enjoys playing fetch or tug of war, that is going to help you on the beach, keeping the dog focused on you. You want this drive. You want your dog to want to do this because you can use it as a training tool instead of food. So I can go from here. Coda, sit. Good boy. And I've got the stick. He sees it. Down. What's this? Down. Down. Stay. Stay. Free. Yes. There you go. A little sort of game for you. A sit, a bit of a rough down, and then a free to get the stick. So I'm using it as a training tool. But then what I want to teach him as well is drop it. Now, if you want him to let it go, just make the stick go dead. You don't have to do much. If I just stop pulling, and he lets go. Okay, there you go. Give him a little pull, a little tug of war, a little bit of move, nothing too hard. What's this? What's this? Rah, 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 rah. A little bit of movement, and then I stop, and he lets go. Good boy. So that's a little intro to sort of dropping it. And all you do is you operant condition. So every time he takes his mouth off it, you say the word give or leave or whatever you want, and he'll learn to connect that word with letting the stick go. A little gentle introduction. There's many ways to do it, but that's one gentle way to make it fun for a puppy. A good exercise to do as well is a recall halfway through a little fetch. Watch this. Ready? Watch this. Ready? Coda, come! Coda, come! Hey, yeah, good boy. Good boy. You had interest in something else? Ah, beautiful. There you go, buddy. Good boy. You're a good puppy. So that's that for that little video. Some good examples, some a bit rough, but you get the idea. Try and have fun with the dog. He's certainly not well trained, ready for some of that yet, but it gives you the general idea. Find a toy for your dog, keep him focused on you in public, teach him to play fetch, let him play tug of war, let him be a dog, let him satisfy or satiate that sort of drive to bite and play and tug of war on a stick or a toy compared to your hands or your shoes or whatever. You do enough of this and I guarantee you a lot of problems at home go away because they're exhausted. You have to give them an outlet. Make the training interesting, be very patient, nothing negative. So you're seeing there, I'll show you something. Wandering off. Coda, come, Coda, come. Good boy, come. Come on, gotta run. Coda, come. Yes, come on, buddy. Good boy. He was wandering there to that lady. I used that as an opportunity. Good boy, beautiful recall to finish. So you see the decision he had to make then when he stopped? He was like, I don't know about going to this guy, but it was perfect. So I want to give you guys a little healing exercise or loose lead exercise. Doesn't always work typically as easy with every dog, but typically when you go to walk off from a sit-stay position and you say free or heel or whatever you do, the dog lunges and pulls. All you're going to do is stop and give a small correction. Now, the correction has to override the desire to pull, if that makes sense. So in other words, if it's too soft, the dog doesn't respond. If it's too hard, we hurt the dog. We don't want that. Enough to make the dog realize it walks at your pace, and then you keep going. And as soon as they're at your pace, the important thing is the lead goes very loose. Okay, let's try. Ready? Coda, heel. Stop. Pop. That's as hard as it. Look at that. Looks back. And then we go again. And then we have this. And that's it. Okay, I've only done a few of those with Coda. He just learns, and I'll do another one. Coda, sit. Hurry up. Hey, quick. Good boy. He's in there. Then I go, free. He walks off. He forgets. Little pup. It's tiny. He waits. And then we go again. Until eventually he doesn't do it. But he's only a pup. Coda. Sit. Quick. Let's go one more. Remember, one command, one response. Don't repeat your words. Good boy, Coda. Let's go this time. Free. He forgets. Little pull. It's tiny. It's not even enough to do anything. It just reminds him he can't sprint off. There we go. Do it again. If he forgets, it's little. It's just enough to make him look back, but it's firm enough to get his attention. And then we have loose leash. Now for a puppy of 17, 16 weeks, that's absolutely awesome walking. I don't need any more than that out of him. And we just keep repeating that until he realizes when I say free or heel, he's not to lunge off. At any time when this lead is on him, you've got to learn the leash is loose. So for puppy walking, that's good. Now here he goes again, so I stop. Give him a little correction, then I walk off again. Very small. I don't need a piece of food. He learns it's at my pace. Good boy, Coda. Good job. Hope these tips help you out, guys. I appreciate you watching. What I do appreciate is give me a subscribe, a like, maybe a share. Tell others about the channel. Let them know this is information that can help a lot of people with their young puppies and dogs and behavior and so forth. But anyway, thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.